fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Batman Forever Batmobile as part of the Spin Master DC Retro Collection. Previously I took a look at 3 figures from the line. I've still not been able to find Robin. Apparently he is only 1 per case, which is quite a stupid decision in my opinion, but here we are. But this is the Batmobile that they put out to be compatible with those 5-inch retro figures. I think it's interesting. It just says Retro Collection here. On the carded figures, it said DC Retro Collection. So I don't know if these were produced at different times and they changed the name or what, but here we are. Packaging, right off the bat, I have to say, looks amazing. Very reminiscent of that original Batman Forever toy packaging, and I think they did a really great job with that. It says that there is a Batman figure included with this and is exclusive figure to this set. And this is only 20 bucks. So I'm not really expecting much. I mean, if you're considering that there's a $9 figure in here, that means that the value of the Batmobile is $11, which is crazy to me. But being able to keep this cost down to 20 bucks, I have to applaud them for that. I think this looks like a fairly large size vehicle. To have a figure included and still only be $20 is pretty impressive. We'll see if the toy inside holds up. But again, packaging's really nice here. Top of the box, I think, looks pretty good as well. Nothing going on. Literally just showing you a little bit of assembly there on the bottom. Over here on the side, pretty much just the same picture from the front. And then over here, it shows how, I guess, he hops inside. And it says it's 20 inches long, which is kind of nuts. Says that those pictures are here on the back as well. So I'm intrigued. Batman, I think, is still going to have the same weird head proportions, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything that's included in the box. First up, we'll take a look at our exclusive Batman figure that is included. It's actually funny. He comes packed already inside the Batmobile, just like, I guess, a simple way for them to include it in the box. And he looks alright. I mean, the proportions are definitely still wonky. You know, you have that smooshed head and the chest and everything. I believe it's exactly the same in terms of detail. Like, if we hold, this is the single packed figure, or single carded figure, I should say. The molding is exactly the same. It's just obviously, you know, done in different colored plastic and painted differently. This guy is mostly silver with the black gloves and the black boots. And then this guy is mostly black with a little bit of silver highlights. But yeah, I feel like it's different enough. I mean, yes, it's the exact same mold, but they have, you know, done it enough justice that I feel like it does feel separate and distinct enough from the original. I do kind of like the silver. I think that works. In terms of articulations, the same as the other figure. The head can swivel from side to side. You do have a hinge and a rotation in the shoulder, but the rest of the arm is one solid piece, and then you can kick forward. And I guess you can kick back as well, in case he's getting ready to wind up for like a field goal. But anyway, that's pretty much it. The legs are one solid piece, so there's nothing in the knees, nothing in the elbows, nothing in the wrists. It is the basic, I would say 5 points, but I guess technically 7 with the shoulders, but meant to have that nostalgic feel. You have the cloth cape, which is actually kind of nice. No issues there. He looks like he's a cyborg on the back here. Look at this. It's crazy. But no hole in the back for accessories or anything like that. But yeah, it's a decent little figure. I'm going to put this to the side for the moment so we can take a closer look at the Batmobile itself. Now, the packaging says that it's 20 inches long, and they must be counting from like the tip of this all the way to the tip of this, which I feel like is kind of cheating. To me, this is the dimensions of the Batmobile, which I'll give them is, you know, probably a decent 12 inches, maybe 14, if we're being generous, 15 tops. But I think they must be including all the way out to the end of this wing, which kind of silly in my opinion. But it does look cool. I mean, when you think about the fact that it has a figure included, it's this large, and it's 20 bucks for everything, I can't really complain. For a $10 Batmobile, $11 Batmobile, it's pretty cool. So it has this translucent plastic underneath to kind of give it that look. Now, it would be cool if it lit up, but again, at a $10 price point, that's not going to happen. But I do appreciate the different colored plastic there. So, like, if the light hits it, you know, you can kind of see it. And I think that's kind of cool. Hubcaps look great, nicely painted. Rolls very well, no issues there. It has this big plastic piece on the back for the engine. You know, there's nothing to signify. Like, it would be cool if there was a piece you could insert there to look like a flame or something like that, some kind of effect piece, something like that, but nothing. These 3 wing pieces come separately in the box, but you just pop them in, they snap right in, they hold very securely once you do so. You could maybe try to take them off again, but I probably wouldn't. But honestly, yeah, for like $10 to $11, I really can't complain. And my favorite part about this whole thing, the canopy slides forward. I was not expecting that. I expected it to just kind of hinge open. And I think that's so cool because, you know, that's what the original, you know, in the movie, that's how it was done. And they were faithful with that for the Michael Keaton Batmobile as well when they did it as part of that Flash line. So can't complain there. Now, in terms of the interior, it's probably going to be hard to see in here because of lighting. But there is a molded seat. You can see it there. So there's a molded seat. There is a steering wheel. There's kind of like little indentations on the side that maybe you could pretend are like switches for his, you know, gadgets and whatnot, but there's no painting, there's no stickers or anything like that. It's very, very basic. But taking the figure, popping him up, I'm going to put the arms in as tight as they can go. And then he just sits right in there. Let's see if I can get the cape to cooperate. Yeah, come on, sir. But yeah, fits in there pretty easily. Slides closed. You can see him driving around in there. No issues. Works well. I have no complaints. Because it is meant for 5-inch figures, if you wanted to use any of the other like Spin Master 4-inch figures, you should have no issues popping them in there. They look a little small, you know, but when you close it up, him driving around inside, not too ridiculous. So if you wanted to use it for 4-inch figures, you could. Might look a little silly because they're a little bit smaller, but they will, of course, fit no problem. And if you want to use the single-carded Batman figure, should have no issue doing that either, since it is the exact same figure in terms of size and molding. So he should fit in here. I just have the hands a little. I need to. There we go. It's really just the cape doesn't want to sit, but we can get him in there. Push the hands down. Why is he giving me trouble? Should I lift the hands up? Maybe I have to push him in more. There he goes. Just a little clearance issue there, but he's in. There we go. So there you go. I like it, honestly. Like I said, when you think about the fact that $20 for this and a figure, I can't really complain. I mean, does it have a ton of features? No. There's no missile launchers. There's no lights or sounds or anything like that. You know, it's basic. But if you're just looking for something cool to put on a shelf and be the Batman Forever Batmobile, this has got you covered. I honestly can't complain. I think aesthetically it looks good. I love that the canopy, you know, slides open like that. Batman fits in there, no complaints. If you want to put 4-inch figures in there, you should have no issue. You know, I feel like it's got a decent enough. They just really use, you know, different colored plastic for all of the, you know, color differences, but I'm fine with that. You know, it works and I have no issue there. I feel like what you get for the price just can't be beat. I mean, sure, would it be cool to have a lot more features? Sure. But that would obviously drive the price up. And for this Batmobile with a figure, $20, you can't beat it. Now, I'm sure there are going to be other companies that will make more detailed Batmobiles. I think McFarlane's already done one, actually. That's going to be in scale for like 6 to 7-inch figures. So that would, if you're looking for something for 4-inch figures, that's going to look even more ridiculous. But technically, you could still do that. But if you're just looking for something that you can kind of put with your 4-inch figures, and the price is definitely, I don't think you're going to beat it. I mean, for $20, I know I keep going back to it, but I'm still just kind of, you know, gobsmacked, to use a fun word, at the price being that cheap, because it's just a really good deal, honestly. Like, if you love nothing else about this line, because I can understand that the retro, you know, 5 POA 5-inch figures, not your thing. Totally understand that. They're not usually mine either. But this is a cool looking Batmobile for 20 bucks. I can't complain. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.